Hey, welcome back, y'all. Just like last time, it's been a few days. Earlier I said, let me just go ahead and get back to using my planner because it's trying to fly by the seat of my pants stuff never works for me. I'm one of these type of people. I have to schedule things down and follow them, or else my day is just going to be in shambles, right? So, Hard Eyes is on Netflix now. And, when this was out a few months ago, I wanted to see it because I'm like, I like when genres combine, when you have like a horror, I guess you could consider it a romance. Well, definitely, yeah. We're going to get into that. But I did not know it was a comedy as well. When I clicked on, to watch it, it said horror comedy. And I didn't know that. I thought it was strictly horror. You know what I'm saying? So it starts off, it gets into it pretty quickly. That's what I like. I like the movie to get rolling, right? So, this influencer couple, they get picked off pretty fast. So the main character is a woman who is unlucky in love, I guess. And she runs into this guy. I think they were like, it was at the coffee shop, they ordered the same thing or something. We'll come to find out, he's there to actually take like her spot at the job. Now, being that this is, I guess, a horror rom-com, we already know they're going to end up together. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing about romance movies, rom-coms, is most of the time. I have seen a few where it didn't end with, the protagonist and the, I guess, sometimes antagonist getting together or something. But most of the time, we know they're going to get together. So I kind of figured that, I didn't have to. Basically, I'm watching this because I'm like, I want to see who this killer is. He strikes every Valentine. He's going all across the country to different cities. So it's like this guy really takes his killing seriously to the point where it's like, I'm traveling the country picking couples off because I'm mad that they're together or something. So when it's revealed who Hard Eyes is, the first time we see this guy and we find out that it wasn't him, it was actually, I think it like one of the cops and her boyfriend, and they're like this sadistic couple that get off on killing people, killing couples during Valentine's. I'm gonna say this: the movie was okay, and I'm actually glad I didn't spend, $20, well, 15, 16, 17, whatever, dollars to go see it in a movie. This is definitely something that you watch at home. And I really want them to, and that's not a dig, but I really want them to start putting movies out where it's like, you just have to see, like Sinners. That's something I'm glad I saw in theater. I'm actually going to see it again in IMAX this weekend. But Hard Eyes, it was, I think what it was for me is the horror comedy romance thing. Even though I like a little change with the genres, it didn't flow well to me because after they I forgot if the couple got arrested or whatever, but after the couple got, done with, it's like it just changed from horror rom-com to just straight up romance. And it was like a Hallmark ending with the main character and the guy who she was basically, Hard Eyes was after them because they looked like they were a couple, but they really weren't. And that's what I'm saying. It was weird. It was like you have this horror slasher, and then the last, I don't know, 15 minutes, Hallmark romance. It didn't transition well to me, what they were trying to do. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. Maybe that's what they were accomplishing. I'm sorry about this light. This light is terrible. It's on the highest it can go. And it's just, God, no wonder my views are low. Anyway, Yeah, maybe that's what they were going for. Like I said, I personally didn't like because it was like a totally different movie. Now it's unicorns and rainbows and hearts, and it's like we didn't see people getting slashed. Now, I tell you what I did love about this movie though, the killings were great. They if I'm watching a horror movie, and I love horror movies. If I'm watching a horror movie and I'm having to like kind of look with one eye and turn a little bit, that means it's good. I like for instance, when they were in the van and Hard Eyes, like I think he killed the girl. Like he pushed something straight down her mouth, and then like there was another scene where the tool that he used went straight through like two people or something. The killings were good as far as horror movies are concerned. I did like that. Like I said, I just didn't like how they tried to. It went from horror slasher to Hallmark movie. Wasn't terrible. I just didn't care for that. So I was doing my little research and I found out the main character who she ended up dating at the end is actually Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son in real life. I was like, he looks kind of familiar, but not like I've seen him before, and that's why, because he favors his dad, but that was my first time seeing him. So shout out to him. This is my first time seeing him in movies. I didn't know he acted. Not too familiar with Cuba Gooding Jr.'s children, but it was nice to see him in this. He played a pretty good role. Now the comedy part was good. Like I said, the comedy and horror was good. The romance part threw me off. Okay, so that's why I said I feel like it was okay. I believe it's still trending right now on Netflix. So let me know what you think about this movie. Do you agree? Do you see where I'm coming from with talking about how the transition? I'm gonna have to go back to getting a ring light. I apologize, guys. Um, do you agree with the transitioning? Did you like it, or were you like me and just felt like it didn't mesh well? Let me know. Shout out to my 138 subscribers. Shout out to the rest of you as well who are not subscribed, but you know you can by hitting that button for me. I very much appreciate it. Peace and blessings to every single one of you watching. I think I ran out of air. Let's try that again. Peace and blessings to every one of you watching. Until next time.